The return of strategic non alignment, how Trump is forcing middle power to rethink the global order. At the World Economic Forum in Davos this year, something unusual stood out. Not because it was loud, but because it was quiet. India, once the poster child of ambition and the rival on the global stage, chose restraint over spectacle. Gone were the celebratory banner and headline grabbing theatrics of earlier decades. Instead, a subdued presence mirrored a deeper, more constitutional shift underway in global geopolitics. The international system is increasingly being shaped by a blunt reality. Power has consolidated around two dominant poles, the United States and China. Yet the nature of these powers could not be more different. China applies pressure with calibrated, subtly weaving economic dependence into long term strategic influence. The United States, under Donald Trump's renewed leadership, operates with unapologetic transactionalism, direct, forceful, and often contemptuous of convention. Davos 2026 became less about collaboration and more about confrontation. Trump's presence loomed over every discussion, even when he wasn't physically in the room. His economic envoys, political allies, and ideological surrogates dominated conversations, while traditional allies of Washington openly expressed frustration. Canada's Prime Minister Mark Carney delivered what many are calling one of the most defining speeches of this era, declaring in a sense that the post war Western alliance no longer functions as it once done. His message was unmistakable in a world where power speaks louder than principle. Nations not seated at the negotiation table risk becoming expendable. India's decision to remain understated was deliberate, while others challenged Trump head on. New Delhi's allowed outcomes to speak for themselves. Major economies publicly endorsed deepening trade ties with India, including the European Union, whose leadership only recently stood at odds with the New Delhi on geopolitical and moral grounds. Among these middle power, India occupies a particularly consequential position, economically resilient, demographically young, militarily capable, and politically non submissive. It has emerged as a preferred partner for countries seeking alternatives to binary alignment. Defense cooperation, once constrained by hesitation and embargoes, is quietly expanding as global military spending accelerates. Production lines and joint ventures are increasingly gravitating toward India. Trade, once encumbered by ideological resistance, is now pursued with unprecedented urgency. Importantly, this recalibration is mutual. India, too, is abandoning long held orthodoxies, especially in trade policies, recognizing that insulation are no longer equates to sovereignty. The global system is not fragmenting, it is realigning. Between domination and dependencies lies a third path, flexible cooperation among capable states unwilling to surrender autonomy. This is the new phase of non alignment, not loud, not idealistic, but sharply realistic.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.